Hey everyone, Ben from Living Survival, and today we're going to take a look at a product from Katadyn, which I think is awesome. I used it on this previous weekend backpacking trip. It's their BeFree 3-liter. We looked at their smaller BeFree portable personal-sized water filter. This one is more for a group or a camp setting. Fantastic water filter. I'm also going to show you what the differences are in not only styles of water filters, but what they can filter. So it's quite windy out today. Hopefully my wind filter is working a little bit better than it did on the previous video. Today we're going to be taking a look at another water filter from Katadyn, another water filter in their BeFree series, but I also wanted to touch on what's the difference between water filters and what water filter is right for you. So let's start with the one that many of you are familiar with. This is the Sawyer water filter, a personal water filter, great for hiking, backpacking, and camping for maybe 1 or 2 people. You know, the drawback is you got this little bottle that you fill the water up with. It can be sort of tedious. The flow rate isn't the greatest, and you're only filtering out bacteria. Now, when it comes to water filters, there are 3 different stages or 3 different levels that water filters can filter. You have your basic hollow fiber filters that will filter out the bacteria, things like Giardia and Cryptosporidium and the other bacterias that can live in our river, lakes, and streams. And honestly, for the most part, especially here in Michigan, we're pretty safe with just filtering out bacteria. Really, in North America, you're pretty safe with filtering out bacteria. You take it one step further and you add a charcoal element to your hollow fiber filter, such as you have on the Katadyn Hiker Pro. This one's going to filter your bacteria. It's also going to filter out heavy metals. It's also going to improve the taste as well. So if you're drinking from, you know, clear rivers, lakes, or streams, generally you don't really have to improve the taste. They taste pretty good. But if you were drinking out of something more nasty, maybe a smelly pond or something like that, and you want to improve that taste, that's where you want to look for a filter with that added carbon element to it. Then finally, there are really advanced filters like this MSR Guardian that will filter not only the bacterias, the heavy metals, improve the taste, but it will also filter out viruses. Good for if you're traveling to another country, for example, or if you have some really nasty water that could contain some viruses, you're going to want a virus filter. Drawback to that is that they're generally a little bit slower and they are quite a bit more expensive. Another great water filter that's going to filter pretty much anything that you can put in here is the GeoPress from Grail. These are great water bottles to travel abroad with. Great to have just on a day-to-day basis if you want to know that your water is nice and clean. And speaking of the form factor or water bottle style to this, there are also different styles to water filters. So in this case, you have it as a water bottle. You fill the cup here and you press, sort of like a coffee press, you press the filter down into the cup and you have clean drinking water. Then there is your pump filters. These are great for groups because they generally have a faster flow rate. The way these work is you just put the float down in the water and then you pump, so you can fill up larger containers with these. Another great filter from Katadyn is their Hiker Pro. This one does the bacteria and improves the taste. A great water filter to have at camp for filling up bottles. You could take this hiking. You probably wouldn't take it ultralight backpacking. It is quite light though, but a great water filter. These are the pump water filters. You don't really necessarily have to get wet with these filters because the hose just goes down and floats in the water, and then you just pump it into your bottles. Of course, you have the personal straws or the small little personal water filters that you can throw in kits. These Sawyers are great for just throwing in kits for an emergency situation where you need some clean water. And then finally, we have the style that we're going to look at today. This is a gravity filter. Now, we've looked at the BeFree before. We looked at the smaller personal water bottle, great for hiking. It folds down, really compact, it's really lightweight, and these are going to filter out the bacterias. Again, perfect for in Michigan. My daughter and I took this one to camp. We filtered right out of Lake Huron with this. These are great because they hold more water. In this case, it's a 3-liter. Great for camp. You can fill this up, you can hang it on a tree. You can have water not only to drink, but you can have water to cook with, water to clean with, water to clean your camp cookware and things like that. But very simple process to it. On this one, you just unscrew the cap here. Very simple to clean as well. You just swish this around in the water. The lake had some like wood chips in it, had some dirt and muck in it, and that would collect on the bottom. Since it's a gravity filter, it would collect down here. So when we took it apart, you just swish this in the water, you put some water back in here, swish it, empty it, and then you can refill it. It's got graduation marks on the other side, or fill marks. We just filled it right up, hung it on the tree. Very simple to use. You just connect in the hose to the bottom here. Some of them do have the opening up top. Those are a little bit easier to fill because you can open it, swish it through once. This one's a little bit more difficult. You do have to swish it several different times, or a couple different times, to get the water in there. But I like that this is nice and rugged. It's not going to rip on you. It's very easy to clean. So in the package with the BeFree, you get this case for it. Then you also get a hanging strap for hanging it to a tree. And then you get your clean outlet hose. So in here you have the part that connects to the bottom. It's quite long. I believe it's probably 3 or 4 feet long. You've got the shutoff valve right there. So really easy to do. You can fill up your pots and pans. You can fill up your water bottles. Another advantage to this one, having this at camp, is that it's got a 2 liter per minute fill rate. So that's quite fast. You definitely don't find that on the Sawyers, and maybe on the MSR Guardian. I believe this has a pretty fast flow rate for what it is, but this is a very expensive filter. The Katadyn Hiker Pro, I believe, does 1 liter a minute, so you are going to get a little bit quicker fill speed, and this is just more you know, just better for hanging at camp. You can have 3 liters at a time, and it's on-demand water. This one you would have to go and fill up a water bottle every time. I suppose you could take, you know, a bladder or something like that and go fill it up, or you could fill up another container. So both great filters. Katadyn makes great filters, but I really like the simplicity and the you know, the functionality of this BeFree 3-liter system. So when full, it does become quite a bit heavier. You've got 3 liters of water here. You could stow this in a pack and take it into camp, for example. If you had to just fill up somewhere down the trail, you could take this and put it in a pack. It's not going to leak at all. It's very rugged material. It is BPA free. And then on the back side here, you do have the different level marks here, and then you also have your easy clean options. You basically just shake it with some water in there, and you can swish the top in the water there, and that basically cleans it. So really simple, straightforward, easy to use, and rugged enough that you could put this right in your pack. Very simple to connect your outlet hose. It just snaps right up in here, just like that, and you're ready to go. I generally will loop up my cable a little bit because they do give you quite a long cable, but you can loop it up, and the water flows quite nicely, even in knots. Then you have a simple clip that stops it from flowing, and you just loosen that, and the water will start flowing right away. You can see that you get quite a nice flow rate. I mean, plenty of water to wash your hands, plenty of water to wash dishes with or fill bottles up. Again, you're getting 2 liters a minute of flow there of nice, fresh, clean water. So hope you guys enjoyed the video today. Please give it a big thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Please share this video to any friends or family on your social media. There will of course be links to pick one of these water filters up. And if you ever have any questions, not only on water filters, but on any gear, I'm always open to answer those questions. I've seen a lot of gear in my time, so you can leave a comment below. I generally try to answer as many of those as I can, or you can hit me up on Facebook or Instagram. The links are all in the description below. If you're new here, I hope you choose to click that red subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified of new videos.